guys, welcome to Am I on Speaker by Kylee and Cali.
We're talking about glowing up in 2024. So today we came as our mob wife era.
You so more than me, but
yeah, hers was last minute, but I found this fur coat and I was like seeing all these things on TikTok about
like,
mob wives, and I was like, I'm gonna try to pull something off. So I had my personal assistant slash hairdresser slash yard worker slash housekeeper
exactly.
do my hair.
He does everything.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. So yeah, we think it's really important to talk about glowing up because I feel like that was a big part of our lives.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at least for me, I don't know if you guys know, but I struggled.
You guys know.
I struggled with, like, I guess I would
just
say
kind of like finding yourself. I think
well,
you like went through different phases.
So
like,
growing up, I always felt like I was like the ugly friend. Like I had like really pretty, like skinny friends. And I noticed when we'd like go to parties or like in high school, especially, like they were the ones that were getting invited. And I was just like the funny friend that came,
At least you weren't insecure about it, were you? No.
Honestly, I was a little insecure. Like there was my one.
You weren't a bitch,
Honestly,
okay, maybe
I was a bitch because now I'm like happy with myself and I think about like people that treat me like shit and I'm like, they just really don't like themselves. But because I used to have this friend that I loved, she was my best friend, but like just beautiful and just naturally beautiful, funny, just had it all. And I would always question everything she did. I was like, why do you have so much foundation on? Why are you eating 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Like, I was just mad because I couldn't eat 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches without gaining 5 pounds. But so yeah, I grew up just feeling like the ugly friend.
That's crazy. No, but I went to a private school when I was younger, so like there wasn't really like cliques or anything. I was just kind of like off to the side, but I wasn't ugly. Like I wasn't. That sounds so bad, but I was like never ugly, but I thought I was ugly, but like everyone else didn't realize that I thought that way about myself, which is so weird. I don't even know how to explain it, but like I had a lot of body dysmorphia when I was younger, but for no reason. So like I did glow up in a way. Like I had black hair and now I have blonde hair, and like black hair did not suit me, and now I love my blonde hair.
It definitely suits your skin tone and everything. Yeah,
it's so much better. I literally don't know how I did it with black. I would look so white, like pale.
So in high school, I was 100. Not there's anything wrong with this. I was 140 pounds and I'm 5'1". So I mean, like, I just felt a little bit heavier. That was like a heavier point in my life. So I, in high school, started taking phentermine. So we live in a border town, and you could just cross over and you're not supposed to, but you can get like weight loss pills, which are phentermine. It's basically like meth in a pill. And
oh my gosh.
when I was on these pills, I would have like straight A's, and I was just
it's like Adderall. It's just like Adderall.
Oh, just like Adderall. And I was like loving life, just
Yeah.
And it got to the point where like one was like I would go the whole day without eating, and then which is so bad.
That's terrible.
And I'd have like broccoli and chicken at night, and I'd be like, okay, that's good. Oh, I'd have an almond in the morning, and then and I was losing so much weight, and everybody was like so concerned, and I was just loving it. I would wake up and black out. Like literally just like black out.
Yeah, because you haven't eaten.
Yeah,
anything.
but I was just like, oh, it's fine. And then I go to cheer practice, like no big deal. My anxiety now would never allow that, but I just didn't care. Like it was just so important that I was skinny, and like I didn't care about my health or anything like that. I just wanted to be pretty. I wanted to be thin, and I just struggled a lot with how I looked, constantly dyeing my hair blonde, black, back and forth because I just wanted to be better. Yeah, always.
And there's sometimes when you like have those spurts where you're like, I just want to dye my hair black. I'm like,
don't let me do that.
Let's not. But then one time when you were like, I'm going to cut my hair super short. And that's when you cut your hair short. And I was like, I'm all there. I'm like all for you for that. Like,
yeah, I like the short
hair is the best. I like it so much more than the long hair. But I like the long hair better on me, except for I'm taking my extensions out today.
It makes her look taller. It's
So-
kind of cool.
I
don't
know.
know.
My dad's like, why do you look so tall? I'm like, it's because I have my extensions in. Like, come on now.
Yeah. So, another thing about glowing up, you think it's all about the outside.
Yeah.
And I think I finally am to a point where I like myself on the outside. And about a month, 2 months ago, I was probably the skinniest I'd ever been, the best looking, or I felt the best looking I'd ever been, like fresh nose job,
Yeah.
skinny, whatever. But I had a mental breakdown, and none of that mattered. None of that mattered in those moments. Like glowing up isn't just the outside. It's also what you feel on the inside. And that is also thinking about your health and well-being and doing things for your mental health. And
I agree. Like getting hobbies and stuff and like kind of just like living your life day by day, but at the same time, like living your life for you instead of for how people perceive you kind of thing. And I feel like that takes a big toll on the outer look of you too. Like you glow when you just do what you want.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure. I am at a point where I am just so happy with myself. It scares me that I'm ever going to not be like this, because I've been really sad and I've lived for other people and I've done things that don't benefit me, which I'm still guilty of.
But that's everybody.
Put everybody before myself. But for some reason, I think karma kind of comes back and does really good things for me. Like, I think I'm very lucky.
You are very fortunate.
Anything I ever want just happens. And I hate to say that, but it just does. And I think it's because I'm a good person and God is on my side. And yeah, whatever you speak, even if it's like delusional, even if it's like not the truth, just say it over and over and over, and it will come true. It will.
I agree.
Do you like believe in manifesting?
I definitely believe in manifesting. One thing I did when it was 2022 in January, I made a vision board. Okay. And I had this vision board up in my room, and I made a new vision board, and I was looking at the vision board and I was like, oh my gosh, like all these things on here, like 80% of them came true.
Like what was one that came true?
It was just like, I put like greens on there, and then like, I forgot what else, but the Marilyn Monroe picture I put up there, I did a photo shoot just like that. And
you didn't even plan it or think about it.
No, I didn't think about it. And I looked at it and I was like, that is so weird. Like, that's literally so weird. So I like put it back on there though.
Yeah.
Because I was like, let's do it again. But yeah, I feel like manifesting in every single way is like, whatever you say to yourself will happen. Like I had heard about somebody who like kind of like convinced herself that she was pregnant, and her pregnancy test came out positive, but it was a false positive. Like her brain wired her body to tell her that she was pregnant, and it came out pregnant, but it wasn't.
Delusion.
It's so weird. I was like, that's literally...
Be delusional as fuck, because every dream that you want is like every famous person, or if you ever see people on social media and you're like, I want that life, all their life started with was a thought, like one thought they had over and over and over, and then it happens.
Yeah.
So just say things or even write things down as if they've already happened.
Exactly.
So you can journal, which I started journaling, kind of just like, you don't have to, like every time I journal, I just kind of write how my day went and stuff. But there's times when I want to manifest, and I'll say like, thank you. I'm so glad life's good. I have $1 million. Like just write, as if you already have it. And like, thank God for just your beautiful life and all the blessings you have, and healthy family, healthy lifestyle, all the things that are important, and it will happen. And if you're going through anything terrible, like anything, and it feels like it's the end and I have to live like this forever, it's not forever.
It's not. Yeah. And you learned like most of these things when you were away, right?
Well, yeah, but I was convinced when I was away that like they would tell me, oh, you'll get better. And I'm like, okay, but like, no. I'm not going to get better because I'm not crazy like these people. Like I'm, I'm normal, but no, I was the craziest one there.
Sorry, I want you to watch that movie so bad. I forgot what it's called, but it has Angelina Jolie in it.
Where she's in the psych ward?
Yeah. It's so good. It literally reminded me of you.
Oh, thanks.
Because she was like so normal. She's just like sitting there and they're like, she's like looking around like, what the hell?
Yeah, there was some interesting things I came across in that place.
I wanted to go, but
when we win the lottery, we're gonna send Kylee.
She's gonna take me to the Mint TV.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to go there yet.
It's honestly a good thing for anybody. Like even if you're not going through it, like it is a detox from life. You will get something good out of it, no matter what.
I agree.
It's not a bad thing.
I mean, yeah, you're not going to get anything bad out of it.
I canceled a whole birthday party to go to them. I don't know if I've said
this. We
had
a birthday party planned for like literally the next day. And she was like, I'm going to go. And I was like, okay.
This huge party. It was going to be like the Met Gala of our town.
Yeah.
Because our town's like, you know.
This was the tequila. You probably
this was a tequila rack we were going to have behind the bar.
It was gonna be so fun. Like
dance floor, bartender, 360 photo booth, photographer, bodyguard, security guard,
everything.
Like the dance floor and there was gonna be like our names behind the dance
Flowers
floor, photo booth, like everything.
Yeah,
and
so that's how
all this work went into it, non-refundable flowers, and I had a mental breakdown, and I had the opportunity to go to the mental hospital, and I kept going back and forth with people. I'm like, I was talking to the people and they're like, are you going to come? And I'm like, I don't know. Like we just put all this work into this party and and then I'd be fine for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I'd freak out again. I'm like, I have to go. I'd call him back and be like, I'm on my way. And then I kept calling my friends, the party's on, the party's off, the party's on. And I was like, you know what?
I just told her, I was like, just go, because
it was mine and her birthday.
Yeah,
because our birthdays are
a day apart,
19th and the 20th of September.
Yeah, so we were gonna like squish them together and like, but you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe there was gonna be something terrible that happened that night or something.
Yeah,
we even the crop dusters. A spray before
the whole yard
so that there was no mosquitoes or anything.
And didn't you like fix the grass and like everything, get the landscape like perfect?
Oh yeah, the whole landscaping was my boyfriend had the whole yard done before, and that had to happen anyway.
Yeah, but, I agree.
But you know what? Nobody's mad at me about it.
We don't care.
It's fine.
Do your thing.
I'm mad at myself about it. No, but yeah, the day of the party,
next birthday,
I was just in my room by myself. Because when you get to the mental hospital, they put you in a room. You would think, oh, they're going to put me with a bunch of people. No, your first night, they put you in a room by yourself. And you're like, now what?
That's like literally so scary.
I was looking at myself in the mirror like, what have I done to myself? Crying. And then this little angel roommate walked in and she looked normal, and I was like, oh, thank God. She's like, it's really not. She's like, is this your first treatment? I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't belong here.
I would not be a okay.
But I did it. I made it through, and you know.
And now she's better.
So back to the manifesting. So yeah, I think manifesting is very possible. Just believe it and be delusional, even though it sounds weird.
Yeah, I definitely manifest all the time without even knowing that I do. But yeah, that's just kind of how I like grew up with my family. Like we just like all kind of like manifest or like pray. Just yeah.
And honestly, manifesting is like, sounds like it's kind of witchcrafty, but like I believe in God. I have my own relationship with God, and I go to church. You go to church more than I do, but I want to start going more.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a God. I believe in God. He has done so much for me, and I just know that there's no way that there's all this like life and there's no God. Like I don't know how people just don't don't
He's
believe.
definitely there.
He's definitely
Yeah.
there. And like miracles that have happened and things are just indescribable. Like, so when I went to church that day with you, you had told me, oh, you should go. It's a really good.
It's
Well, I
a really
didn't go
good
with
service.
you, but I went.
I went and at like 9:30. You went at like 12:30 or something.
And it was like right when I was out of the mental hospital,
perfect.
and I was still.
I was like, Kylie, I don't care if you don't go to church another day. Just go today because the message is so good.
So I went, and the message was about like anxiety and the, you know, like it's gonna get better, and like just finding your relationship with God, and you just can't let go of that because
well, I suffer from anxiety too, so like, and like I did before, and so I used to get depressed a lot of the times, and she'd be like, just like stop, and I'd be like, I can't. So then when she like figured out how it felt to like be kind of like depressed and I don't know, down, she wrote me a letter in the mental hospital. She was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's okay. Like, you're fine. Like,
she wrote me a letter back, and there was like the ink was like running down, and she's like, I'm crying as I'm writing this because I was depressed for the first time in there, and I was like, everybody was trying to make me feel better, and I wasn't feeling better. Yeah. And I remember every time Callie would be super down, and I'd be like, just don't be sad. Like, let's go do something. Like, just don't be sad.
I like that though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, I do too. They were trying to help. I appreciated it and stuff, but it's really hard to snap out of that.
You can't.
And I didn't understand. Like, I thought you were being dramatic or something.
No, yeah. I didn't. There's no specific reason as to why I get depressed. It's just like.
It just happens.
It just happens.
And now I know that because it happened to me. So,
which is fine. I know.
For people that think I'm crazy for the anxiety thing, just wait till it happens to you. And then you're going to be like, damn. Because I felt like a
Hopefully it doesn't happen to you.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen.
That is the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, I don't wish that upon anybody. Like, she was in the hospital with me. You could see the fear in her eyes for me. Like, I was just like a little psychopath in my bed, like rocking back and forth.
I was just like trying to distract her.
Resting heart rate 140. It was like dead sprint in the bed. Hospital.
I was literally like, Kylie, it's okay.
But yeah, no, I'm all good now. I'm so good. And that's because, you know, I truly believe God. Like, he gets me through all everything. I grew up going to church, and I was always told, like, don't, like, the devil's bad. You know, you're going to go to hell if you do this. If you have sex before marriage, you're going to go to hell. Like, I just went to church a lot when I was little.
Yeah. I was the opposite.
So I had all this guilt because I didn't follow any of those rules. Like, I had sex before marriage, and, you know, all the things you're not supposed to do. And I played with Ouija boards.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, I didn't go to church when I was little, and I had to walk to church when I was little. Like,
by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
And I walked to church, and I would go to church, and there was this one time where I was walking to church, and this guy was starting to follow me on my way home. And so I started running and sprinting because he was running after, or he wasn't running after me. He was chasing me in his car. And so then I finally found someone. I was like, can you help me?
You almost got kidnapped.
Yeah, some guy took me home, dropped me off in my house. And I was like, what? Maybe like 10.
All right. That's why you don't walk to church by yourself. God was watching over you because you were going.
But guess what? I was determined to go to church by myself because both of my parents were like atheists. So I didn't really.
Wow, that is honestly the sweetest thing.
So I just really I always had a connection with God, just like me and him.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
like
guys.
I'm into like fortune telling, and I go to fortune tellers and I do all this stuff, and I
refuse.
I try to get Callie into it, and she's like, absolutely not. But one reason I know there is a God, another reason I know there is a God is because there is for sure a devil.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Sure. And I've seen it. I know I sound crazy, but like I said, I've had multiple Ouija board experiences, and one recently. I think that was why I ended up in the mental hospital. But my first Ouija board experience was in my little first apartment when I was like 18. And all of us were playing and we're asking it questions.
Yeah.
And we were like, who's moving it? Like, this is stupid.
I feel like that happens every time someone plays with a Ouija board, but I don't do that.
I go, well, let's ask it a question that none of us know the answer to. So what's everybody's battery percentage in the room?
Yeah.
So it guessed everybody's battery percentage in the room.
Ew.
And we were like, okay, that's enough. We put it away. And then we were like, let's watch a scary movie. My friend gets up to go, we watch Ouija. My friend gets up to go to the bathroom. Huge mirror in my room. Falls off the wall while she's walking to the bathroom. And she jumps back on the couch and was like, what was that? We turn on the light. My huge gold mirror is off of the wall, but the hook is still in the wall and the cord is still on the mirror. So it had to have been lifted off for it to fall. It's not like the nail gave out. It was still in the wall and the cord was still on the mirror. Somebody had to have
I cannot.
And I was like,
I would
that
cry.
There's no explanation for that.
No, yeah.
And then recently, you know, the one that we just got with the
I watched her play with the Ouija board. I didn't touch it. I didn't smell it. I didn't touch it. I didn't look at it. Like,
yeah, no, she didn't. Well, we got it and we like said the things to make it like we didn't invite any bad spirits, whatever. But this Ouija board was supposedly like from a wooden door from the Salem witch trials or something. But nothing really spooky happened when we were playing it. It just was talking to us. But after the fact, everybody that played, something terrible happened to.
yeah,
Like one friend flipped their truck, then one got a DUI. I went to the mental hospital. Now there's ghosts in a house.
The house.
Yes,
like playing 70s music.
Music from the 20s, just blasting in the house like at 3 a.m. Like
that's crazy.
We gotta look into
3 a.m. is crazy because that's the devil's hour.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So that's a whole thing.
Yeah. So should we end it there?
Should we pray before we?
No, let's pray afterward.
But yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, we just hope that you guys got something out of this.
Today was just like a wing it kind of thing.
Yeah,
but it was great. I feel like I had fun.
Yeah, so did I. And I hope you like the mob wife aesthetic. Because it took me. The vibe for today. We started late because it took me forever to do this.
And now we need to make some TikToks.
Yes, we do. Well, so I guess we'll just have to see you guys later.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.